Hello, my name is Sander. I study applied earth sciences at the TU Delft, and besides that, I have a passion for filmmaking. Together with 4 other Dutch students, we are here at IIT Roorkee in India, working in the Department of Design. Our goal is to create a frugal innovation that can help reduce human-wildlife conflict.
I always wanted to do something with the climate, something with sustainability, and then this project came along and I was like, this is exactly what I want to create something, innovate something, but then do it in a way that is sustainable for this planet.
What I hope to discover is the way humans and wildlife can coexist. Although we joined for different reasons, we do share the same excitement.
I'm really looking forward to the field trip and to really talk with the people here and to get like a real understanding and not just guess what they are doing and feeling, but like actually hear it from them and observing what is going on.
I'm very excited. I'm really curious to learn about different perspectives and also just to see what we're able to create.
We are all eager to get started, but joining a project like this also comes with its challenges.
I think a challenge, although I'm hopeful about it, is the local interaction, like with the local people and how that's going to be.
Yeah, definitely that we don't know a lot about these people, that there might be some cultural aspects to the project that we need to take into account, or some resource constraints.
It's stuff you will really need to get to know real quick, because you only have 3 months, so you need to gather all the information. That's kind of hard.
We know of one thing that is certain. If we want to create something for others, then understanding the community should be our first priority.
I hope they feel like they can be honest with us and that they feel comfortable enough to share both the things that they are proud of and the things that kind of are difficult for them.
In 2 days, our project truly begins. We will head to the mountains and we will be able to connect with the people in rural villages. This is the start of a journey to build a frugal innovation for human-wildlife conflict. But first, what exactly is frugal innovation?
So, frugal innovation, I feel, is a kind of philosophy which help us to develop a product considering all those contexts. It is not about a low-cost product. Obviously, low cost is the primary requirement in frugal innovation, but at the same time, other factors, affordability, social context, social norms, values, that also play important role. So, frugal innovation is a kind of concept which help us to develop products, affordable products, considering all those aspects, especially the complex social fabric of countries, developing countries like India or Africa.
Before coming to India, we already did some research on this topic. This is what we found. The region of Uttarakhand has around 12 million inhabitants, most of whom live in the south. The cities there are densely populated and polluted. On the other hand, in the north lies a beautiful mountain range known as the Himalayas. They are the home of many traditional communities and wildlife. With the growing population and the clearing of forests, human-wildlife conflict increases. Bears and leopards occasionally attack individuals, with leopards being the most common. In the last 25 years, leopards have killed more than 500 people in this region. Communities also face challenges from monkeys and wild boars, raiding their farms, leaving them with significant economic damage. But research only tells part of the story. Now we will visit the communities here in Rudraprayag. Our first destination is Jondapali, a village badly affected by human-wildlife conflict, just 1 week ago.
जनपद के ग्राम सभा जोदला के पाली तोक में आज सुबह गुलदार के हमले में 55 वर्षीय मनवर सिंह बिष्ट की दर्दनाक मौत हो गई। तड़के करीब 5 बजे झाड़ियों में छिपे गुलदार ने अचानक मनवर सिंह पर हमला कर दिया।
For safety and guidance during our visit, we were accompanied by forest rangers, under which Dr. Diwakar Pant. He is subdivisional forest officer at the forest department here in Rudraprayag.
Flashlights or like that on camera. So it is operated by the batteries. So we put some normal batteries here, and a small screen is there. Then we will set the timer, like time, date, stamp, all those things.
So you can see what.
Yes, and then after setting all the information like the date, time, then we will fix it.
Are there many
somewhere.
of these in the?
How many?
Yeah, how many in
we have
only
number
here
of
in
them.
this village?
I think we have more than 100 cameras in our division.
And
we
in
have sufficient.
this village specifically, has it been placed?
Yes, actually for tracking the movement of the animal, like what is the path taken by the animal, where he is going, whether he is the actual animal we are looking for.
Yeah.
So after taking the images, then we can confirm whether it is the same animal or not. Like yesterday we were talking about the rosette pattern of those things.
The specific.
Only one animal is there, 2 animals is there, how many animals are there? So it has the multi-purpose means. Like right now we are using it for this identification of the leopard, which animal has killed that person. But in
Yeah, at that moment, it was of course a week after the leopard attack, so they were trying to catch the leopard. So they showed us one of the places where they put a cage. That was next to a water stream, so they sort of intuitively decided that the leopard was likely to come through there because the attack was close to there. They showed us how the cage worked. There was a piece of chicken in the back of it, and if the leopard would eat the chicken, then the cage would close immediately.
Leopards attacking humans are very rare, which makes incidents like this even more tragic. We talked to local residents about the attack, their past encounters with leopards, and how this incident is shaping the way they move and live now.
नहीं, ये समस्या पहली बार हुई है हमारे यहाँ, नहीं अभी तक नहीं हुई थी समस्या, पर यह है अब जहाँ भी जा रहे हैं सब एक साथ जा रहे हैं।
पर उससे पहले भी होता था?
उससे पहले नहीं हुआ, ये पहली समस्या हुई है यहाँ हमारे रहने तक पहला हुआ है, ये पहला केस है।
मतलब ये केस के पहले तो शोर भी मचाते थे
जैसे आते हैं तो जैसे गाय भैंसों का चक्कर उनको तो उन्हें भगा देते हैं, क्या ऐसा करते हैं, थाली फूली बजाते हैं पर, लेकिन जानवरों पे करा उन्होंने अटैक, जानवरों पे करते हैं अटैक पर, लेकिन इंसान पे पहली बार हुआ है, पहला केस है।
In this village, the memory of a leopard attack is still fresh, and for that reason people here are still cautious. A few villages away, however, the situation is different.
हमारे गांव में अभी 3 बार आदमी ने शेर पकड़ के बंद कर दिया था कमरे में। आज मैं झपट जाता हूँ, बचाना पड़ता अपने आप को। फिर यहाँ के लोग डरते नहीं है ना, अभी भी नहीं डरते हैं। अभी भी रात को हमें कोई बोला नहीं मैं कि तू उधर पैसे पैदल अपने गांव चले जा 3 किलोमीटर, हम चले जाएंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। हाँ।
Because of maybe the location of the different villages, they all came with their own take on the human-wildlife conflict. Whereas one mentioned more about the leopards and how they recently attacked someone. Then another village mainly talked about work in the field and how monkeys interfere.
बंदर भी हैं, लंगूर हैं, बंदर हैं, सब प्रजाति मिलेंगे आपको जंगली जानवर जितने
वो भी परेशान करते हैं।
हाँ,
तो
वो भी सब्जी तोड़ना जैसे हमें घरों में घुसना, ये कोई उपाय नहीं करने देते।
नहीं मतलब बस ऐसे ही चल रहे।
हाँ, ऐसे चलते रहते तो इस पेड़ से उस पेड़, इस पेड़ से उस पेड़ से पास क्या उपाय हुआ?
उपाय चाहते हो आप?
उपाय चाहते हैं।
It was also interesting to see the differences between those two villages. For instance, one of the villages really had more like monkey manners than the other. That was interesting to see that it's so local.
Just a kilometer away, leopards are almost unheard of. The villages here experience human-wildlife conflict in different ways. This is the last stop of our field trip, the village of Darmola.
You walk up this path in the mountain, and then all of a sudden you see these small settlements, and they were extremely colorful.
The third village was really nice. We were really welcomed with open arms, and I think me being the translator, I did a lot of they had a lot of fun telling me things that were not really relevant to our project, but it was really nice because we had some good interaction with the local people and we made jokes and it was really nice overall.
They were extremely proud to show their culture, their temples, their village. I think that was really fun to see. We went there as some foreigners, and I could have imagined that we would have been seen as a little bit of intruding. You know, we're just intruding into their daily life. But everybody was extremely welcoming, offering their local drinks and their time for us to interview them.
And ना हमको तो हमें तो थोड़ी देगा, तो किसी की बकरी मारी कल, ये घर में क्या?
Kunnen we vragen waar de aap is? बंदर के ऊपर कुछ वो क्या नुकसान करते हैं?
बंदर सब धान खाते हैं, सब मतलब खेत का पूरा नुकसान करते हैं।
तो वो सबसे बड़े
बंदर तो अलग अलग बताना पर यहाँ पर बंदर भी आते, गोणी भी आते, लंगूर बोलते जिसको।
See, when we say about design process of any technology or product, obviously there is standard model is there, 5 steps process is there. But in frugal innovation, I feel here we need more and more information or data from the society. So, in case of frugal innovation, I feel first step of starting the development or design process is to first go to the community, go to the society for whom we are designing. Let's bring the insights from them. Actually, what is their need? What type of product or technology they actually expect, and what are the problems to address?
इतनी ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम अब नहीं, पहले तो काफ़ी प्रॉब्लम थी। अभी तो सब रोड से भी ठीक है और वाटर भी ठीक है और ये भी है थोड़ा बहुत, पर ये है कि ये जो जंगली जानवर थोड़ा नुकसान कर देते हैं, जैसे कि अभी सुअर है वो भी नुकसान कर देता है, बंदरी नुकसान कर देती है, खेती का हुआ है।
We have obtained a lot of new insightful information from the villagers in Rudraprayag. Now we are back in Roorkee and we'll use these findings to narrow down to a more specific problem.
So after the field trip, we had, of course, a lot of interviews and data we need to go through. First of all, most people there spoke Hindi, so we need to translate that first, which took a couple of days. And after that, we could gather the different commonalities between the people and what they said about the problems they were having, and create a large map of all the problems.
During this ideating phase, we all really start to notice the fact that we are a multidisciplinary team.
I try to promote certain design methods to come up with a way to put this all together on the table and talk about it. In the end, it took quite a while, which was maybe frustrating for some people. But
it's logical that this will take a lot of time and energy, but for us, maybe especially for example, me as an engineer, this is very different from what you normally do, where you get the problem statement and then you start working on it. So I think that made it for us as a group a difficult stage to work through.
I think now we all came to a conclusion and a focus that we can all agree on, and we're all in line with the research, so that's nice.
Yeah, if you see the definition of frugal innovation, obviously there are many definitions, but in almost all definitions, if you see, it is actually the whole concept itself is a multidisciplinary. Because I already told you, we have to develop a product, we have to develop a technology, and we have to bring to the rural communities where there are so many factors, social, economic, environmental, many factors will come. And that's how, if we want to develop a product, obviously we need people from technical background. At the same time, we need people from economics or social science background, as well as management and other disciplines.
Initially, we all believed the leper problem was the villagers' their main concern. However, we noticed during the field trip and the ideating phase that the daily encounters with animals destroying their crops was the biggest frustration.
Yeah, so we narrowed down to a design statement of protection of farmland for a safer work environment and to mitigate economic loss.
Right now we are exploring different prototypes and options and ideas to improve the lives of the people there. We're also starting to prepare the next field trip to gather some more feedback on the ideas we have right now and test some assumptions we have made.
A lot of our focus is on the seed bombing project. It's a bit different than the initial process we had thought of, but we realized that there is a lot of, even though it's a long-term process, it is going to tackle the main root cause of the human-wildlife conflict.
Seed bombing is a very cost-effective and efficient way to either reforest or grow more food within a forest by taking a seed and coating it in some material like dirt or clay, and which gets you this like little ball. And these balls, you can throw them, you can distribute them by drones, by helicopters, doesn't matter. And wherever they fall, when it rains on it, the seed will be planted. And this is going to be a very cost-effective way to plant a lot of seeds in a really broad area, reforesting, providing more food in the forest, making it less necessary for animals to come out of that forest and interact with people.
Tomorrow, we're heading back into the fields, visiting new communities in the mountains. We can gather new information and try to validate some assumptions we made on our current ideas. Today, we again arrive in the mountains. On this field trip, we want to learn more about the farms here. But before doing so, we will visit a school in the village. We may not obtain a lot of new information ourselves, but we do hope to inspire these kids by telling them about our project.
The school visit was really fun. I think we were able to engage with a lot of people, a lot of kids, and I hope that through our visit and through the stories that we've told about also the project, that they've been inspired and that they also wish to be or to create something for their own environment or to help their own environment in a better way.
Additionally to just getting to know their perspective on things, I think the more important part of that specific visit was to just connect more with the villages and also spread awareness about, hey, you can definitely do something about the human-wildlife conflict. It doesn't have to be an integral part of life here.
Located down in a beautiful valley, we visit a small farm belonging to the family of one of the students. Here, they tell us about the surrounding jungle and its behavior.
The last time we went on a field trip, we didn't really get to speak to a lot of farmers. And then when we created our problem statement or design statement, we realized that they would be our main focus, and that's why we wanted to engage with them a bit more on the previous field trip.
Yeah, actually ये है कि already जो है environment बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो यहाँ इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं है सीड बॉम्बिंग की, पर ये बहुत अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट है वो भी कि जैसे सीड फेंकना है और बरसात में वो होता है तो अच्छा हो, और यहाँ ऑटोमेटिक है.
So, first of all, seed bombing is an age-old idea. So, in of itself, it wasn't like a new invention or new innovation of ours. But something that we did notice is that every single NGO and source that we could find, everybody made the seed balls by hand, which is a tedious process. So, our innovation is a device that you could use using only some metal wire and pieces of wood that will make you be able to create 100 at a time by going into a little bit more of a rigorous process, increasing your efficiency by a lot.
We try to find out if seed bombing is a feasible option for this area. For this, we also contact a familiar face in Rudraprayag, Dr. Diwakar.
What I'm telling you now, that seed bomb is not successful everywhere. The soil conditions is good, all the climatic conditions are good, it will sprout out. Otherwise, what will happen if after the, for example, forest fire, rain comes, that seed ball will go with the rain also. Are you getting? So, you know, in the forest areas, you have to dig up like 1 feet at least, then put their soil. Like we can do advanced soil work. In the forest areas, if you don't do the advanced soil works, it will not survive.
Yeah, we really had a lot of hopes in the seed bombing, but then we spoke with Dr. Diwakar sir, and he said, yeah, we tried it. It doesn't work in this specific area, which is sad.
After our conversation with Dr. Diwakar Pant, we walk further to a village built on top of a hill. We meet with the community to learn about how the human-wildlife conflict has impacted their life.
ये होते हैं हिरन होते हैं, बारहसिंगा होते हैं, सुअर होते हैं, भालू होते हैं, बाघ हुआ जैसे बंदर हुए, लंगूर हुए, सारे आते हैं, सारे बढ़ गए था।
क्या नुकसान करते?
ये खेतों का नुकसान, सारे खेतों
पूरे बंजर पड़ गए सर इसकी इनकी वजह से। अब बोना क्या वहाँ बो तो मिलता नहीं है ना, तबाही मचा देते हैं तो क्या करना।
सारी खेती बंजर पड़ी हुई है जंगली जानवरों से।
This time we visited more farmers, so they definitely had more, especially more problems than the people in the villages. There was a lot of crop damage because of monkeys, in some places more crop damage because of boars.
There were different insights this time, especially also things that seemed less related to the human-wildlife conflict, especially the wildfires was a recurring theme when we asked questions. But this is also related to the human-wildlife conflict in the sense of when there's a fire in the forest, the animals have nowhere to go, like their habitat decreases.
गर्मी में या जब आग लग जाते हैं कई बार तो और ज्यादा जंगली जानवर आते हैं गांव में।
जंगली जानवर आते हैं, बस्ती की तरफ ज्यादा आते हैं। वो आग लग जाएगी तो जहाँ आग बस्ती की तरफ नहीं होगी तो वहाँ आएंगे ज्यादा,
तो और ज्यादा नुकसान।
तो मानसून में ज्यादा होता है,
गर्मी के टाइम में ज्यादा होता है।
Seed bombing as a way to mitigate the human-wildlife conflict initially seemed like a realistic solution. But after speaking to the villagers about wildfires and learning from the forest department about the harsh terrain conditions, it became clear that this approach wouldn't work. Now we have to adapt and change our plan. As if there weren't already enough signs pointing away from the seed bombing project, something had happened back in the Department of Design while we were away.
Ironically, everything had been destroyed. Some animal, some domestic wildlife, so to say, ate all our seed balls. It's this rat and this mouse that live in our workspace, and they just gobbled up everything.
We decided to switch our focus to one of our other ideas: low-cost AI cameras.
So right now we are working on 2 reports, one literature review on different mitigation strategies for wildlife, and one report on AI cameras, on how to create an architecture for AI cameras to monitor wildlife and to mitigate damages that way. For example, for the leopards, if a leopard has been spotted near the village, then you can track it, capture it and release it somewhere else. And with cameras, more cameras maybe, and cameras that can work autonomously, you can find them really quickly, send the information to the forest department, and they can handle it from there.
At first, I did have hopes to have a final prototype, which we could even validate and show, and maybe even something that could directly be implemented by the people in these villages.
Yeah, for defining the success of a project, timeline is important. Okay, so if you are working in a project for 2 years, 3 years, obviously expectation will have a different level. But in your case, I expect that even if you can even if you identify the problems and the needs, what type of technology or solution they require to address that problem, that itself is a good outcome.
Although we didn't solve the human-wildlife conflict, nor delivered a tangible product, which, looking back now, maybe wasn't a realistic expectation, we did make an impact in a different way, by planting a seed of awareness. This film shines a light on a side of innovation that is often overlooked, yet crucial for the majority on this planet. Frugal innovation focuses on those who need it most. In our case, it's the rural communities, but also the wildlife, often neglected by governments and affected most by these conflicts. We hope this seed will grow into new perspectives for designers, innovators, and anyone that wants to make the world a better place. We encourage you to use our findings to help reduce human-wildlife conflict, or to look to other things, where instead of designing for the upper class, a real impact can be made through frugal innovation.